You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast, hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.
No, ask your question again.
Why are you hating on Street Fighter and stuff?
Because that live action Street Fighter movie was terrible. Now, do I still watch it if it come on? Of course, because I do the same thing about the Batman.
Okay, all right. That's all I'm saying. I didn't know where you was going. I was like, hey, I know it's trash, but you ain't got to trash it.
Man, look.
Listen, man, the best thing about that film is M. Bison in John Claude, man. Everything else, it goes completely off the rails.
That was another version of Bloodsport. That's all I got for you.
Hey, man.
Just in comic book form.
I'm just saying, man. Raul Julia, man.
Anyway,
He was one of them, man.
Look.
He was a him.
Was he?
Yeah, he was, man. Man, don't do that to Mr. Adams, man.
Now, acting wise, absolutely.
That's what I'm
but
talking about.
As Bison,
It was a him.
man,
he made the movie.
He needed a body.
Bro.
He needed a bodysuit on.
He made the movie.
I don't know, man.
What else are we talking about when we talk about M. Bison in that film?
We're not talking about none of it. That's what I'm saying.
M. Bison is hey, man. He told Chun-Li the real, and she couldn't believe it.
Man, look.
Like the day M. Bison graced your neighborhood, that was the best day of your life. Yeah. To me, it was Tuesday. Bars, nigga.
I know, but I still saw all the wires they had them flying around. I seen it. I seen it.
That's not on the acting performance.
I seen the boom mics.
Can you sit on the director? What it got to do
I
with
seen
him?
the threads hanging out
That's
the
not
suit.
his fault.
It don't matter. It's all encompassed. It's all encompassed.
I hate it here. I promise you I do.
Live action Street Fighter.
I promise you I do. I hate it here.
Anyway, let's get to it. Welcome to another episode of Oversaturated, the podcast where we discuss music, movies, pop culture, and everything in between. I'm Johnny.
And I'm Ralph.
Welcome to episode number 179.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
179. I am Ralph the 5'9" this week, even though I'm 6'2".
Oh, talk about it. New listeners, please follow us on all social media. Facebook, just search Oversaturated the podcast. Twitter is Oversat Podcast. Instagram is Oversat the Podcast. And our email is oversatpodcast@gmail.com. And please be sure to check out our website, oversatthepod.com. Anything you need to know about OS is there.
Yes, sir. And if you want to follow us individually, I'm the Mind of Ralph on Instagram and Twitter.
On Twitter, I'm JON2_the letter B. On Instagram, I'm JBS_ESL_AAMU. Holla at us. Also, we do want to shout out WDJY FM 99.1 in Atlanta. Also, you can listen to us on WDJYFM.com every Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 2 p.m. Central Time on Wednesdays. Holla at us. Yeah, true, baby. But nah, Ralph, my guy, we here another week.
Yeah, man.
How you feeling?
Impoverished. Is that a word? Like I'm feeling broke.
Oh, okay, I was like, wait, what's going on? My God, we didn't talk about this in pre-pro. Like, what's going on?
No, man. As Johnny knows, my wife's birthday just passed, so we just came back from a weekend getaway.
Word.
I'll tag my Cash App in this if you want to help your boy out because it was a lot, man. But no,
that's hilarious.
Jokingly, but no, we went to Louisville, man. Went to the R&B only party. It's cool.
I heard it's dope.
Yeah, it's cool, man. I mean, it's a vibe, you know. They play some joints. I'm like, hey, heard this
in a minute, right?
I was like, hey, yo, is this Lil Mo? Like, you know what I'm saying? like, hey, I fools with Lil Mo, but no, man, it was a great time. Went down there, found a lot of black-owned stuff, a lot of black-owned restaurants. Found the only African American bourbon distillery in the state of Kentucky.
Oh wow!
Yes, like is
that Uncle Nearest?
No.
Okay.
Uncle Nearest, I think is a whiskey.
No, it's a bourbon. You said
it's African American.
That's all. Okay, cool.
They just started this in 2017.
Got you. Okay.
Pulled up to it. I was like, oh, They in the back making.
Stirring it up.
whipping it. Hold on. I know Johnny don't like surprises.
Oh, wait, a surprise? Johnny hates surprises. I do. I really do. I know. My girl dislikes the fact that I hate
I'm gonna do it anyway. Yeah. I know your birthday is coming up, bro. And I got you a bottle of Brothers. I can't pronounce this shit, but it's a bottle of bourbon from the African American distillery, man. So
thank you.
Now they got a few spots that sell it, nationwide, but it's it's up and coming. I had to get some for my brother.
This is great.
His birthday coming up.
Thank you. No, I really appreciate this. This is awesome.
I know Johnny hates surprises.
I really do dislike surprises, but no, this is great though. She may drink this tonight. Turn up. For real though. Thank you. I really do appreciate that.
Man, we support Black here.
Oh, big. That's a fact. That's big facts.
But man, that was pretty much my weekend, man. Just went down there, went to Muhammad Ali's house. He stayed in the block. His original house, the house he grew up in. Yeah. It's in the black part of Louisville. Yeah.
That's what's up. I appreciate the fact that you were able to find like a lot of these Black-owned establishments and patronize them. Like that's the type of thing I like to do when I travel as well. It's like we go, we stay wherever we stand, but we Googling what's there Black to do in such and such city. So no, that's what's up. I'm definitely opening that tonight. So no, it's lit. Appreciate that, man. I'm good though. Ain't really too much going on. Like you said, my birthday coming up this week, March 15th. People keep telling me I'm a Pisces. Turn over to Pisces. I know. I just like to do that because every time I tell somebody my birthday and they ask my birthday, oh, you a Pisces? Yeah, that's what they keep telling me. So
that's hilarious.
I'm never going to Google when is Pisces' birthday. I don't know. Because apparently Aries is also in March, so I don't know when the cutoff is and all that. So I don't know. See?
Okay, I'll say this. So you really don't pay attention to astrology?
Not for real.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't checking my horoscope, but I do just know. I know when Leo starts and ends.
Yeah. I don't. Shout out to the people that know.
But when they start getting into the moons and stuff, I'm like, all right, you got it.
Yeah, like your moon is in Venus and all that kind of stuff.
You got it.
Like when people ask me what time I was born, I was like, why? I don't know. I ask my mom, like, I don't know. Am I supposed to know that? It's like the whole conversation with like adults knowing where their birth certificate is. You been seeing that conversation on the timeline? Look, my mom has it. I don't know. It's somewhere.
Never mind.
Yeah. Look.
See.
Anyway, there we go. But anyway, I'm good. I'm just gearing up. I'm ready for my spa day, man.
Okay.
Middle of the week. I'm in there all day. I'm talking. Facials, massages, steam room, lunch, all that.
You deserve, bro.
Man, thank you.
But we'll talk about it next week. But now let's get into this off the dome. I got one for you.
Let's do it.
I think you like it. Here at OS, we're the nerds at the cool table, right?
Yes.
We often have to break down these cinematic universes so much your mind starts thinking about where you can create another one.
Okay.
What U.S. city you think deserves a cinematic universe?
U.S. city.
And it depends on however you want to go. Sports, music, social, whatever your categories are.
Oh,
and
man.
then these, make your cinematic universe. It'll start to overlap at some point.
Oh my goodness, that is a great question. Okay.
Would you like my answer?
Yes.
Why you think?
Yes.
I hate to do this.
Uh-oh.
No. It's love. It's love. It's our Midwestern brothers and sisters up in Detroit. 313, what up?
Okay.
Detroit has such a culture, such an impact on America, right? You can just talk about the automotive stuff. Mm-hmm. That's one component. One.
Right.
You can talk about the crime component because I'm watching BMF right now. That's two. Mm-hmm. You got sports, how the bad boys changed the NBA. That's three.
Oh, man.
We can get into music. And the music can be a cinematic universe of its own because, to me, I think Detroit is one of the best American cities when it comes to music. And I'm talking about across the board, rap, gospel, R&B, like whatever your taste, soul, Motown, all that. Let's get to the yams.
Oh man.
So if I could give one U.S. city that honor, right, that would be one of them. Detroit.
Okay, that is a great question and a great answer. The one city that that's at the forefront of my brain right now is I want to say New Orleans.
Ooh.
So you got the whole like Mardi Gras culture. I mean, that's like the main thing people think of when you say New Orleans, right?
Fair.
But see, there's a whole beef that's brewing in the South that I don't think a lot of people know about where Mardi Gras originally started. A lot of people think it's New Orleans, but it's actually Mobile, Alabama. So that's a whole conflict in itself, right? Yep. So you got the whole Mardi Gras aspect, but you also have hip hop music, right? No Limit, Cash Money. You got that whole thing, and you also have New Orleans bounce. You have jazz. You have so many different genres of music that have come out of New Orleans, right? Also, I'm looking to, I'm actually looking at like Hurricane Katrina, like how things happened there. Rest in peace to everybody who lost their lives, lost their homes and things like that. But I hear that there has been a whole like gentrification going on in New Orleans as well when it comes to rebuilding in New Orleans. So that's a whole nother aspect in itself, right? So I think there's a lot of points you can really look at when it comes to New Orleans.
Oh yeah, you can touch on food too.
Listen, how can I forget the food? The food, man, the whole Creole, all Cajun, all of that. Oh, come on now.
All of that.
Come on now. The second best Popeyes. Well, no. New Orleans, Louisiana. Popeyes.
Yeah, that's they shit.
I don't know who I was thinking about, but anyway. But no, yeah, the whole food culture as well. And that's a fire question.
No,
that's a fire question. So I like that. All right, so for my off the dome, right? With there being so many fire festival lineups. Oh, damn. See what I did? See what I did there? Yeah. And also just artists being outside for their concerts, like hella concerts we already talked about on the podcast. Yeah. I wanted to ask you, do you think knowing a concert set list beforehand would sway your decision on wanting to go to a concert or festival?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like, if I knew, it's one thing to know the artists that are there. That's great, especially for a 2-day festival.
Right.
Cool, right? But if I know that the headliner is going to perform, let's say this particular B-side, oh, man.
Yeah.
Like, that would be the price, that would be worth the price of admission for me.
Got you.
So, I like that question. No, I rock with that. Yes, I would. Yes.
So, okay. So my answer is yes too, because if I know my favorite, I know my favorite artist is performing, right? But if I know the actual songs they're going to perform that I like them to perform, oh no, absolutely in there.
Yeah, that's
now. With that being said, would the price still matter, or would you be able, like, would you want to say, okay, since I know the set list, I'm willing to pay this certain amount to go?
Nah, I wouldn't get that far into the weeds with it, because I feel like whatever their price is their price.
The price is the price. Okay. Yeah. Do you think an artist could change their price based on the set list?
No, because I think whatever your price is your price, right? Because like, I would love to go see like let's just say, I'm not gonna use my favorite rapper. I'm just gonna say, let's just say Lil Wayne. If I knew Lil Wayne was gonna do all his mixtape stuff, and not album stuff,
that's what I'm saying.
But I really enjoy Lil Wayne. So whatever the price is the price. I think it's more factors to it than just saying like the artist price is the price, because certain venues it's just kind of like that is what it is too. But
so like cause Drake just did a B-side in New York,
but he was in a smaller venue too. So that drives up like he's in Apollo when he can go to Madison Square.
True.
Or Barclays. Like, you know what I'm saying? He really like that. It depends on the venue. It's levels.
It's crazy. So many things factor into what the price could be because it's true.
Yep.
But I think that a set list could actually alter the price as well. Let's say Drake does go to Madison Square, which I'm sure he's done before, sold that mug out. But he did whatever the current album was at the time. Now, today, let's say he does that same B-side concert versus the hits or the joint tape with 21 Savage. I think that B-side show, the tickets would cost more because those aren't songs he would normally perform.
And then you're not gonna hear them like you said. this is a rare,
Yeah,
this a rare concert
for real. So I don't know. I think it's interesting. I would definitely want to go to a concert more if I know the set list already.
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, that's a dope question. But no, that was off the dome, people. What U.S. city you giving a cinematic universe to, and why?
Yep. And then would you want to know the set list of a concert before you actually go? Let us know.
OS Gang, what's happening, family and kin folk?
What up?
Man, we got a few topics here on this OS News docket, but let's get here first. Let's start to the serious stuff first. 4 Americans were killed in a small border town in Mexico. 4 African Americans murdered by the cartel. The cartel has come out since the murder of these 4 individuals and apologized.
Right.
And has even offered 4 cartel members up in exchange for their murder and their crimes. Johnny, what do you have for this headline?
I didn't know about the follow up there.
Oh
That's
yeah,
crazy.
Oh yeah, like it's
So from reading this and the little bit I did know about the story, there was 1 woman and 4 men that went down to Mexico in order for the young lady to have a procedure done. And from there, the cartel kidnapped them and took their lives. So I do want to say rest in peace to those individuals, condolences to their family and friends. But this is honestly one of the main reasons why when I do travel abroad, like I'm going to a resort. Like I don't care to really leave and be amongst the people for real, because I don't know the area. I don't feel safe. Like I just want to be where I am, be on the water, look at the water, and not really venture out too much because I'm afraid of stuff like this happening. Like I don't know. I'm not really sure what to say here. I don't know.
But first thing first, I want to rebuttal something you said. But rest in peace to those families. They drove from South Carolina to this town in Mexico, which kind of starts to bring a lot of context to it. But no, I hear what you say when you say you travel abroad and you want to stick to the resort.
Right, yeah.
But you're going to a resort city. You're going to a touristy spot.
True. No, you're right.
That's
you're right.
That's the other
You're
part.
absolutely
I ain't
right.
never heard, respectfully, I don't, I ain't got no stats in front of me. But I ain't heard nobody getting kidnapped by the cartel in Cancun.
You're right.
Or Tulum, or Cabo, or Cozumel. I ain't heard none of that.
You are absolutely correct.
So
you're right. I agree.
You all right? You straight?
Yeah, you're right. And the smaller cities.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to go to the taco hut there.
Oh hey yo, I mean hey yo, but
okay, so I'm sorry, street tacos. I'm not trying to go get street tacos there.
But I mean, even in Mexico City, which is the capital, right, is one of the biggest cities in the world. I know they have a crime element, so let's not be oblivious to that. But you don't hear about these things happening too much to Americans,
right?
But they mistaken them for Haitian drug smugglers. 1, right? 2, they drove from South Carolina to Mexico. Now, one would think all the drug shows that we fucking consume, niggas have gotten oblivious. We watch BMF, we watch Breaking Bad, we watch all these bricks. We watch Narcos, we watch, what else we watching?
Ozark.
We watching all this stuff.
Damn.
But nobody want to say it. Johnny, this sounds nasty. I mean, it is nasty because they said that she drove to Mexico for a tummy tuck. I don't know what's out here in these streets. I didn't know. I mean, I feel like Miami is closer.
Yeah, but it's more expensive. Oh. No, but that's why a lot of women, they do go to other countries to get these types of procedures done because it's cheaper.
But you going with 4 dudes?
Well, I imagine. So in my brain, I think they went with her for protection. Now, didn't work, but I'm just saying that's why I imagine they went with her. Maybe they were her cousins, brothers, who knows? Yeah. Well, I don't know. But
and then one of the guys, I wish I could really find this stuff because I did research this, but one of the guys did have previous drug charges. Of course, they find everything on the black guys.
Of course they did.
But I still feel like they was going to pick up the yams, like they was going to get the bricks.
So, you think that's? Oh,
absolutely.
Now I see what's going on. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like all these drug shows, niggas don't want to. Like what?
Hey man, look.
I ain't saying all right now, Johnny. I'm not saying me and you should drive across the Mexican border
because we ain't doing it. I'm talking about.
I'm just saying. Like I'm not saying that. I'm not advocating that we should do that. But
Yeah.
I feel like this was a drug deal going bad.
Got it.
That's my read on this play.
So do you think the Cartel Illuminati, that's why they actually came out with the letter to try to get the heat off of them, but even though it was a drug deal going bad? Because that mug was handwritten.
Yeah. You know, Comic Sans is not a good font rate these days, so you know you got to hit them.
Times New Roman. I don't know.
Hey,
nah, that's crazy. See, my brain didn't even go there.
Maybe you can get on me for being the sensationalized person. The person that watched the sensationalized drug shows.
No, because so.
But it's just like we seen this plot so many times.
You are absolutely right, and I'm a little upset with myself that my brain didn't go there because how often does the news actually like tell a certain story when the story is something completely different? Like it happens I feel like it happens all the time.
It happens all the time.
So for me not to really think more into this, it's like, damn, that's crazy. Because this probably was a drug thing going wrong.
Yeah, man.
They probably tried to drive back with the drugs in the tire, like in the seats and all that kind of stuff. But what you think, they ain't had the money or something?
No, I feel like I somebody probably got too fly with their mouth. I don't know, like.
Wow. No, that's a very
this is the thing, right? Because
there.
we watch all these shows, right? And the person that we cheer for, the main guy, he always go to the best in Cartel dude, like, yeah, I can move your bricks. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Like, you know, yeah, you ain't got to worry about nothing because I'm him. Like, you know what I'm saying? I moved it.
You think this was them, like, them facilitating their brand new drug ring?
Like, I feel like that.
This okay.
Like, cause like like you said, they drove from South Carolina probably in good faith. Like, hey, we gonna go down there and meet with them. Probably trying to cut out the middle. They was probably trying to cut out the middleman, and he was like, I don't trust y'all. Bow.
This was Tommy
respectfully.
Respectfully. Yeah. This was Tommy going to Chicago.
Man, something. I don't know, something.
Wow. Damn, that's interesting. No, that's a great point. No, thanks for bringing that up because I'm thinking, look, because in my brain, and I've actually seen the women traveling back from Miami that just got a BBL. So in my brain, I'm automatically thinking, look, this young lady, she wanted to have a certain procedure done. Maybe they got caught up in the wrong part of town or something. Maybe then their mouth got kind of fly, and then that was it.
Hey man,
look, I don't know.
Two things can be true.
Look, right? Maybe
two things can be true.
Oh, no, that's wild. Maybe they, on their way to the drug deal, wanted to stop. Look,
listen.
Again, I do want to say rest in peace to them, though.
Still, rest in peace, though.
Yeah,
But you know what's wild, man? The drugs that Melly Mel has been smoking won't make it to him now.
Everything is a rollout, bro. A rollout.
Melly Mel has recently had a series of interviews. They found him from wherever he's been. You know,
you know what's crazy? I think all them clips came from one interview.
I know that's usually how the game works. But you know, he's had one interview where he just got got chopped up to 10 minutes. But you know how the game works. But he had a series of sound bites. Don't get me wrong, but this one just kind of taking the blaze. But there's been others. He said that Eminem is only a top 5 rapper because he's white. We're here to beat this dead horse once again.
Right.
Johnny, what do you have for the Billboard Vibe 46th best rapper ever, saying that Eminem is only top 5 because he's white?
I don't think that's the only reason. Now, is it a part of the reason? Yes. Okay. Is it a major part? Okay, I don't know.
Let me say this: if you had to gauge it with a percentage, what would you say? Do you attribute Eminem's success to him being white? Because he's not the first one.
He's absolutely not the first one. He's the most successful.
Oh yeah.
For some reason, 30% is just popping out of my head. Like the 30% got him to the mainstream, but his talent and his ability to make music, let's just say make music, because Eminem started out as a battle rapper. He could have battle rapped his entire career if he wanted to, but he connected with Dr. Dre and they made music. They made music together, music that people enjoyed and still enjoy today, right? So I think the 30% got him to the industry, but the other 70% kept him there. His ability to make the music kept him in the industry. So and was able to give him longevity in his career as well. His ability to rap. So Yeah, it plays him being white plays a part, absolutely, but it's definitely not the main reason. So.
No, I often struggle with this conversation. Oh yeah, he definitely benefits from his whiteness.
I mean,
and he says this. It's no lie to it, but he had to exhibit his talent, right? If I pose that question to you, I have to answer it as well. But I'll up the percentage. I won't say a full 50 because I don't want to say that because your talent has to shine at some point.
Absolutely.
So I'm probably in the 40% range, somewhere up in there.
Okay.
The only reason why, right? Because I made this point, and I'm pretty sure I'm not the first to make it, but when it came to Eminem, his ability to make music was good, but the thing is, he often dissed a lot of white people, which brought a lot of eyeballs to it, where we wouldn't care about that. We don't care about you dissing Fred Durst. We don't care about you dissing
Right.
NSYNC and Christina and Britney. We don't care about that. We don't. Like,
No, you're right. No, you absolutely
so
right.
a lot of that contributes to the success part of it, right? Not necessarily the rapping skills, because if we're talking about best Eminem songs, we're not talking about his singles, not those.
Oh no, well, not the majority of them.
Not the majority of them.
Yeah, right.
Because
right.
it doesn't exhibit him being a good rapper.
Exactly.
In my opinion, those gimmicky tracks.
And I was gonna say, like most rappers though, especially in the 90s and 2000s,
that's very fair.
A lot of them had gimmicks, right?
That's very
so
fair.
the gimmicks were the ones that got people to buy the albums. But once you got the album and you get to the B-sides, you get to them deep cuts, it's like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Like it's some shit on here, right?
Yeah.
So
I mean, this conversation has bled over to other situations, right? Because like right now, like it's a whole thing about Jokic in the NBA becoming a 3-time MVP because he's white. But when you have you have something that looks like you that's actually being great at something, people have a tendency to buy into that.
yeah.
So that's where the white people like, hey, we got one that's really, really good.
Yeah.
And, they have a tendency to support that.
Right. Now, I'm not the big basketball guy here. So you let me know. So with Jokic, right, with him being what, 3-time MVP?
No, he's 2-time.
So okay, 2-time.
And then
he's in the running this year.
He's in the running now, and the conversation was because that white voters are voting for him because he's white, rather than looking at the total landscape.
Got it.
It's kind of like that now because like you have Eminem, who's the greatest white rapper. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then they start to like, some people may, I'm not saying some people may make blasphemous statements because he's white and not because of the true skill and the true longevity, the true catalog. It's like, oh, he's just, it's like you look at it blindly because he's white. He's doing something that black people do, but he does it so great.
I wonder if, from Melly Mel's perspective, I wonder if he actually listened to Eminem outside of the mainstream stuff. And if he hasn't, his whole argument is void. But if he has, I want to know why he thinks Eminem's skill doesn't get him to top 5, top 10 status.
Well, Melly Mel screams hater for one, right? Like that's.
I mean, yeah.
No, because he had clips for Jay. He had clips for everybody.
Yeah,
it wasn't just Eminem.
But with and you're right. You're absolutely right. But with that, I'm wondering if he actually like listens to these individuals' music.
No, I think usually when you become jaded, and this we're talking about somebody that's a forefather of hip hop, of this genre that we love. So it's not full on disrespect, but when you become jaded, I don't think you really care. Like you just see what they do and you see the love that they get. So you have to, you start in your mind start rationalizing. Nah, they was never bad as me. They was never this good. Like, or why couldn't I? That's what this feels like.
Yeah. Yeah,
and when it comes to Melly Mel, now if one of Eminem's contemporaries came out and said it still might be a little bit of hate, but I can kind of see it because you was outside with him.
Right, exactly. And we so shout out to hip hop turning 50 this year, right? So we're in the era now where like our elder statesmen are still here. Melly Mel is still here, right? So if you have all these bars for all of these current artists and artists that a lot of us consider legends, and you're still alive, so rap. I mean, and he was the forefather of rap. You can still rap. So come out with don't do that. Don't do that.
Right.
He said no. These are his words.
You right.
He can still rap. So let's do it. Let's go at it. Look, again, 50th year of hip hop, right? It would be fire as hell if Melly Mel said, "Hey, I challenge you." Let's see that, because battle rap is a part of the hip hop culture. So if you really feel like you that dude still, Melly Mel, let's get it. Let's get it. Because I want to see it.
You know what?
I want to see a body.
That's what I was about to say.
I want to see it.
We go put you on the docket for the arraignment when they send Eminem to jail. You need to go with them.
Facts.
For elder abuse. 'Cause that's crazy.
Facts. I'm with it. Look,
I'm like, you said all that just to say you want to see him get body. I don't want to see it at all.
I
Like,
do.
how about that? Like,
I'll pay for it.
I don't want to see him rap. Like, I don't want to hear the stuff y'all say is good. I don't want to hear that.
I know the set list, so I want to see.
Yeah, the one.
Yeah.
The only one.
I'm talking about the set list to the body.
Oh.
I don't know exactly what Eminem gonna say.
I thought you talking about Melly
Oh
Mel.
nah,
That's what I was like.
I'll play the 16-minute version of Oh no, that's Grandmaster Flash.
See,
That's not
look. Hold on. You know how I feel about these old niggas. That's why I'm trying to.
I know. It's funny because I saw myself in Melly Mel's position like a few years ago with like all the up and coming rappers now. Mm-hmm. But once I actually started listening to some of them, like I really got into Lil Baby's music and like actually listening to albums and his features and stuff like he actually dope.
You know the benefit to the new rappers that the old ones don't. Even though like they had to use their music to tell the story, you got way more interview outlets, so you really get like an insight to these guys.
No,
like
facts. That's
like
facts.
I became fans of certain people off of an interview.
No, that's true. No, that's real.
So
That's real.
You know the music is only a window to your soul, but just hearing you tell your story sometimes in just regular words, no beat, no nothing, helps a lot.
And the other point about that, because you were absolutely correct,
mm-hmm.
a lot of these elder statesmen, like the elder statesmen hip hop, the Melly Mels, the Grandmaster Flashes,
mm-hmm.
the KRS Ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
They can take these same outlets and push their stories of how all of this was created, and then reach out to the younger generation of hip hop and like start translating their music, because we don't hear samples from way back then no more. Mm-hmm. We don't, and that would be a great way to bridge the generations, because it's hella generations between Melly Mel and Lil Baby, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why not reach out to them, go on Drink Champs, come on OS, like just go to these outlets to tell your story, tell how these things started, because a lot of these Lils and the babies, like they don't really know how this stuff started. At least I feel like they don't. If they do, great, but if a lot of them don't, so reach out to these outlets, get your story out there, maybe have a conversation with some of these newer artists, so your story can translate to the younger generation. That's how we can bridge the whole thing.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, shout out to Melly Mel, I guess.
Shout out to Melly Mel, but man, we got another hip hop artist or hip hop producer selling his catalog, or a partial of it, right? Part of it.
Yeah, a portion of it. Yeah,
Metro Boomin, St. Louis's own, has come out recently in the headlines selling a certain percentage of his catalog for $70 million. Johnny, what do you have for that?
Something is going on in the background of music, the music landscape. I don't know what it is, because the last 4 or 5 years or so, we've seen a lot of, not even just major hip hop artists, but just major artists, period, selling portions of their catalogs to these investment firms and all that kind of stuff. So first of all, I do want to give a round of applause to Metro Boomin, because being able to sell a portion of your catalog for 70 M's, that's not a small amount of money. So shout out to him for that, first of all, right? And he's still at a point where he can make new hot joints. So shout out to him, right? But something is going, I don't know what it is, but within the next 10 or so years, we're going to see what the actual play is, because something is going on here. I don't know what it is, but something got to be going on.
That's wild. I guess Metro trusted them because he got his money. Like, that's crazy. 70 million.
And we talk about a portion. We don't even talk about 100%.
I want to know what he sold. Like, I'm pretty like, because to me, like, you've heard Young Metro, you heard the drop on certain things.
Yeah.
But I can't think of one big song that Metro has, if that makes sense. You know, you got like little hits sprinkled here and there, and then I know he didn't sell the Father Stretch My Hands part. Like I would keep that,
right.
Because that's what part of that makes the song iconic. It's just his drop being there, even though he produced like a portion of it. Like him and Kanye, I think split that.
That's real.
So if that's, I mean, now this is all due respect. I'm not saying that Metro ain't got joints, because between him and Future are like this. So it's like, who other rapper he done worked with is just I'm trying to make it make sense, bro. But how he gets 70 million?
70 million. And to think he doesn't like, I don't know if he hit like his albums, right? Because he has albums, so maybe he owns the masters to those. But like things that he's produced for other artists, maybe he owns a certain percentage of those as well.
I believe that. Yeah, I believe that. And now you're starting to see a lot of like hip hop being used, and maybe not to just discount the other major artists that sold, like a Justin Timberlake or whoever, right? But like you hear a lot of these like rap artist stuff being used in like trailers now.
Right.
Like I think it's like they use Lil Wayne in some new trailer I watched. Where the love go? Where the fun go?
Oh, 5, 4,
3, 2. I let one go. But it was like
I think I heard that too. Yeah. But see, whoever owns that net, because Wayne sold a portion of his, right?
So that's new Wayne. That's new Wayne.
So whoever owns that has partnerships with these movie studios. I don't know, but they're able to get these licensing agreements with the movie studios, with the commercial companies, like with these.
It's so weird, right? Because a lot of our OG, the ones we really revere in music, they fighting over their catalogs.
Yeah.
Like, you know how much it's gonna cost for whoever to give up Michael Jackson's catalog?
Man, what?
Prince's catalog? Goddamn, like who else did? Like the Beatles, they feel like they killed Michael to get the Beatles joint. So that's like,
and like, I feel like I just read somewhere Michael Jackson's estate is trying to sell a portion of his for like $900 million or some shit like that.
And that's a portion.
A portion. Come on, man.
Like you ain't heard like even the people that's outside right now that's considered the top tier, right? The Jay-Z and Beyonce, they ain't sold theirs.
But see, because Jay-Z and Beyonce are who they are, right? Especially in business, I feel like they know whatever the play is behind the scenes. Yeah. So of course they gonna hold on to theirs.
But it's just like, why is everybody selling, man? It feels weird. It feels like the purge is coming in. We don't know.
Something. It gotta be something. And it's no telling when that play will actually rear its head. But like I imagine within the next 10 or so years, maybe 20, 30-ish, whatever the play is behind the scenes will actually come to life. But I'm really curious because we keep seeing these artists selling their portions of their catalogs for astronomical amounts of money. The Dream was over $100 million, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Wayne was $200 million. Like it's insane. I think Taylor Swift sold a portion of hers. It's crazy. It's crazy out. It's the Wild Wild West out here.
Yeah, man. Speaking of something that's the Wild Wild West, I got a topic that we didn't discuss, but you'll love it. Trust me, I got you.
All right, let's do it.
Meta, the company that owns Instagram and Facebook.
Yes.
They're coming out and saying that they're going to just stop the short form, like Reels play, like those short form videos.
Really? Yeah. Stop it. Okay.
So you know that affects people like me and you, or people that are in this content creator space. If they stop that stops a lot of money. Right?
Yeah, because a lot of people, they monetize their reels.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what do you think with that? Meta like coming out saying, hey, pretty much y'all done I feel like this, and this is just me getting a little bit into what I think about it. I feel like people out here making too much money off of this. So we got to find a way to regulate it, at least stop it. And then you see the assault on TikTok, at least from Congress.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They
So it's like you got Meta that controls Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah.
What's the next big platform that has short form videos like that?
TikTok. Yep. Yeah, and Congress trying to get TikTok out of here. They're trying to ban TikTok. Because they feel like China is collecting our data, which they mad because United States been collecting our data. Yeah. They don't want China to have the same data they got.
Somebody got to have the data.
Somebody got to have it. That's interesting. I know at least from a lot of people that I follow on Instagram, right? I know a lot of them make a decent amount of money. Oh, cool. A lot of them make a decent amount of money from the reels that they create. That's why they constantly create reels, right?
Yep.
And they get sponsorships from other companies for creating reels for them. So it's a lot of money to be had in making reels. Wow, this is interesting. This is really interesting. I'm wondering. So talking about this now, my brain is going to like the data. Maybe Meta has like a lot of data that they already need on people. So now they can really stop this whole thing because they weren't in the short form video content before.
You know, Instagram is like the
copycat.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
They taking all the social media affinity stones.
Right. No.
whatever
seriously.
makes another platform hot, come to Instagram. We got that too.
And you know what I was thinking? If Congress does get the ban on TikTok passed, that's a chance for Vine to come back. That's a really good opportunity, I think Twitter owns Vine.
But Instagram got Vine out the paint though.
They did. No, they did. You right.
Yeah, so it's like it's a weird play, right? I think that like social media has made a lot of people millionaires when they rarely wouldn't have been. I think it's, I hate to use my third eye on this, but I feel like that's where we're going.
Right.
Because everybody's a content creator. I know we label ourselves content creators because we are.
Right.
We just haven't monetized it that way yet.
Right. So this says Meta is ending its Reels Play bonus program, which rewards content creators when they hit certain goals for views on their videos. So
that's just the first part of it. Then, if that's the case, it's not a full on stop. If you're incentivized to hit certain goals and benchmarks, it's kind of like any contract that you're in. Like if let's say we signed a contract to something and we hit 500,000 views or something crazy like that, we should get a bonus or something, right?
Right.
You're talking about Facebook or Meta. The company that bought Facebook is a bit. You can't estimate the amount that this is worth.
True.
And you're not paying bonuses for people that make your platform hot. That's crazy to me.
No, that's insane.
That's crazy.
Insane. So it sounds like they're getting rid of the payment program, right?
Yeah.
But they're not getting rid of Reels altogether.
So that disenfranchises people that really have built their livelihood off of making Reels. And it's not just like people that make the short form videos to make us laugh and things like that. There's information out there. There's like it's levels to this thing.
Right.
Like, it's more than just that.
Right. That's interesting. I don't know, man. But it also could be because a lot of these tech companies have been doing a lot of layoffs as well. Meta, Google, a lot of these companies have been laying off people. So they could have a shortage of money to pay out as well.
Bruh, when has you think Google and I'm not even being facetious.
Yeah.
You really think they lost money?
No.
We've been in the house the past 2 years. So actually, y'all value them went up because we ain't had nothing to turn to.
Yeah.
The value, bro, if we started a streaming site today, I'm just saying, we started a streaming site, it'd be up. Because, people are contingent on being in the house for certain things.
No, that's true.
We talked about this in pre-prod. You got one flagship show or program, you good.
You could sell your streaming platform around that one show, program, movie, or whatever.
Because that's what everybody else is doing.
Right. Look, like we talked about, I've been waiting on Ted Lasso. It's been 2 years.
But when was the last time you watched Apple Plus, Apple TV? Just I'm watching the stream. You stream it every day?
This morning.
Oh damn!
Yeah, crazy. I know. I found a show by Jon Stewart that I like.
But you had to go through that.
Yeah, and the only reason I found that I saw a clip on Twitter.
See,
and the shit been on. It's the second season. I ain't seen this shit.
See.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But it's true. But yeah, that's interesting. It's something going on. And I just read that there's the 16th largest bank in the country. Went bankrupt yesterday. A lot of. Did you see that?
Yeah. I
think it's called Silicon Valley Bank or something like that.
Yeah, SVC Bank. Yeah, I got a. Is it Silicon Valley or is it Secret? Something.
I might have made that up. I don't know. It's SVB. I know that, but I don't know what it stands for.
Either way, that's funny because I got a friend that works in finance. Shout out to my bro Mark. He that affected him because he works for a bank. So the minute that news came out, meetings.
Yeah.
We got to handle this. I'm like, yo.
Yeah, but it's something going out. It's something going on out there in Silicon Valley where a lot of people that bank with them have begun to withdraw all of their money. But so from what I read, there's a guy on Twitter that kind of like broke it down. So the way banks work, people deposit their money just to hold. Yeah. But the bank takes that money and loans it to people for like mortgages, personal loans. Yeah. Look,
that's how the bank makes its money,
right? Off the interest and stuff. But with them giving out those loans and stuff, they don't have the money to give the people their money back that they had in their checking savings accounts. So with all of these people withdrawing their money at way faster rates and like pulling out all of their money, it's not there because the shit, they ain't got the interest back to. It's crazy. It's crazy. So I think the FDIC done stepped in. A lot of those people can only get up to the $250,000 that was insured on it when they had a lot more in there. Like it's crazy. It's the Wild Wild West out here, man. Hey, it's nuts.
So was I can't even get my man's name out, so I can't even troll.
Bernie Madoff?
Yeah, I was like, so was he right? Like,
maybe. No, maybe. For real.
Like he paid people out as soon as he got it back. They're like, hold on, wait 3 weeks. I got you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whoop, whoop, there you go. Whoop.
7 to 10 business
wait,
days.
whoop, there you go.
That is funny, but nah, it's something is afoot back here. Like something is really going on behind the scenes of all of this stuff. And it's crazy out here, man.
I know, man, but nah, that we have actually reached the end of our diet.
I think so.
I think we have. Johnny, what you got for him, bro?
If you're on YouTube, first of all, we want to thank you for rocking with us this long. Hit the comment section. Let us know about any of the topics that we discussed today.
Yep.
Hit that subscribe button.
Yep.
Hit that like button. Hit that notification bell so you know when our videos populate on the YouTube. Okay.
Popular.
I'm trying to talk to them. You feel me? So shout out to y'all. We love y'all. We'll catch y'all next week.
Yep.
Now, if you're on audio, you know what time it is.
OS Song of the Week.
Time for OS.
You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast, hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.